luister met lus naar Springbok Radio en het is nou 7:15.
Thank you very much, Baron. You did that very well. Yes, friends, and I've got somebody special for you this morning on Springbok Radio, the famous international singer, Solomon King. There he is. Did you have a nice trip out here?
Yes, I did. You know, the plane that brought me shook a little bit, but I can imagine why, because I'm a little heavy, you know. And when I walk, the plane kind of goes backwards and forwards.
Well, we didn't think we'd get you out here until the advent of the jumbo jets. We thought there was no airplane big enough to take you. Boy, you sure are a big fella.
By the way, Solomon, will you be home by Christmas?
Yes, I will. I'll be ending my tour here around the 23rd, and I hope to be back on Christmas Day, back in Great Britain. By the way, may I extend to you both a lot of good luck and success with your Springbok Christmas Fund, and I hope that I might be a part of it this year, and if you need me for anything, feel free to call upon me.
Well, that's very, very kind of you, indeed. Well, Solomon, thank you very much for coming up. Yow! Wow. He's a real big boy. Thank you very much, and good luck with your show. I'm sure everybody's going to love you. Bye, Solomon.
Thank you very much.
An important auction sale of the works of art by the late Irma Stone takes place in Johannesburg. She left in her studio a large number of works in varying media which represent the wide terrain of her inspiration at all periods of her life. In the collection is a bronze bust of Professor Einstein by Sir Jacob Epstein, which is also offered for sale.
Ladies and gentlemen, for this magnificent bust, may I say 15,000 runs? Well, 10. Are you bidding? 5. 5,000 is offered. I'm offered 5,000 runs. I have 6. 6 I'm offered. 7. At 7. 7,000 runs. 8. 8 I'm offered. At 8. 9. 9 I have. 10,000. 10 I'm offered. 11. 10,000 runs. Try 500. It goes at 10,000 runs. The first, 10-5. 10-5. 11 may I say. At 10,500. Are you quite finished? The bid is on my list. Is there no advance? 10,500. The last call. All finished. All done. Congratulations, sir. You have a magnificent buy. I must say it's subject to confirmation of the executors, and we will let you know very soon. And as a matter of interest, ladies and gentlemen, I think that must be a record for any item of art that has been sold under the hammer in South Africa.
Mr. Ehrenband, this is quite a thing today. There are, I believe, only 6 of these busts in the world.
As far as I'm aware.
So you are in a band of 6 people to own such a magnificent bust.
Correct.
What made you buy this item today?
Well, I saw this bust in 1957, I think it was, in Israel, at the Regimental Institute. I'm not sure whether it was an Epstein, but I think it was.
And this determined you to buy one if you had the chance?
When I saw it came up, I was determined to buy it.
Besides its value, you were going to have one of these?
Well, it's at Epstein. I don't think there's another one in the country. And the subject matter of it, to have an Einstein home will be something.
The occasion of the presentation of the regimental colour to the members of the South African Irish Regiment is a particularly proud one for all its members. The state president, the Honourable J.J. Fouché, is accorded the national salute by the unit. The South African Irish Regiment was formed in September 1914. In 1939 it was reactivated, and early the next year saw its first action of the war. Then followed the Western Desert with heavy casualties at Sidi Rezé. In 1966, on the occasion of the 25th anniversary of the Battle of Sidi Rezé, the regiment received the freedom of entry into the city of Johannesburg. A flashback to 1940 shows the men leaving for their training camp before setting out to war. The officer commanding escorts the state president to the drumhead and calls upon the regimental chaplain to dedicate the colour. The senior major then hands it to the state president, who formally presents it to the regiment. The colour joins the regiment. The unit pays a final compliment to the state president and marches off with its colour, the proud symbol of the South African Irish. Derby de Villiers leads the Springboks onto the field for the second and final rugby test against France, which proves to be a thrill-packed international. The French, who are playing from left to right, are 1 down, having lost the first test. After some clever interpassing by Bonner and Bonfam, a loose scrum develops. The French have it, and the ball is whipped out to the backs, who are too eager and lose it. line out, it's neatly tapped back to the scrum half Pouget, who slips past Tommy Bedford but runs into a hard tackle by Jan Ellis. The Froggies are still on the attack as they change direction, and Dogar puts in a good run. The Boks have to defend desperately. France's notable lack of a kicker in the first test is well rectified as first Pouget and then Paris score drop goals to put the French 6-0 ahead. But the Springbok forwards were starting to get a firm grip on the game, and South Africa pulled back the 3 points down on a penalty kick by Piet Versati. Half-time score 6-3. After the resumption, Jannie Engelbrecht punts upfield, and the Boks are penetrating deeper and longer into the French half. Piet Kreling is well up in support, but is brought down. Davy de Villiers and his men are indeed unlucky not to score again when the ball slips from Bedford's grasp as he crosses the line for what looked like a certain try. The Springboks get back to equal terms through an excellent try by Engelbrecht on a cross-field run, well supported by Fritz de Vries. Let's watch the movement from another angle. De Villiers, the captain, picks up a loose ball and carves through the opposition to put South Africa ahead. Versati makes no mistake with the conversion, and it's 11-6 for the visitors. The Springboks' last try comes 5 minutes from time, thanks to the dramatic and desperate effort by Sid Nomis. Versati converts to make it 16-6. The French now fight back ferociously, from Bonal to Dugas to Sester, as he crashes over under the post for Paris to add 2 more points, 16-11. The French were attacking dangerously when the final whistle blew on a magnificent match, which climaxed the Springbok Tour of France and gave South Africa a 2-0 lead in the series.